What's up, reef builders? Welcome to Winter Park, Florida. My name is Lou Shivo with Worldwide Corals. I want to take you guys inside for a tour of our boutique store in Winter Park, Florida. Come on along. All right, we picked Winter Park, Florida because of the location. It's far enough from our store in South Orlando to where we wouldn't be competing with the customers up here in Winter Park. So come on in and I'll show you guys around. When you first walk into the right here, we have our dry good wall from major manufacturers. We carry Braidwell Aquatics. We carry Saliford test kits, Reef Octopus pumps, CJ pumps, ice cap pumps. We also have return pumps, a full line of apparel for Worldwide Corals. We have the new hats in stock today. Fish food, sand, different salt mixes. We also carry some smaller aquariums. We have the Waterbox 20. We have high doors. We carry the Carib Sea sands, as well as different pellets and flake foods. Protein skimmers as well. As you follow me back here, we have some rock selections. We start off with some nano shelf rock for the smaller aquariums. We have some Carib Sea life rock structures, as well as Marco shelf arches from Carib Sea, as well as real reef rock. Back here we have our frozen food section and refrigerated food section. We have a bunch of different food brands, San Francisco Bay brand. We have mysis from Hikari. We have our own food that we make here locally, as well as refrigerated foods from Reef Nutrition. Right over here we have our 500-gallon show tank. It's a full mixed reef. We have acros up top, some LPS in the middle, a lot of flowy corals, euphyllias, hammers, torches, and frog spawns. A bunch of mushrooms, zoanthid polyps throughout, as well as some bigger LPS corals like the Signorinas, the plate corals, and the Scalemias as well. We have a bunch of different tanks in here that do the job, keep it algae free. It's 10 feet long, it's just under 500 gallons. It's been set up for a year and a half now. So we built it into the wall, so we gave it that look of it being inside the wall. A little different from our past store where we didn't have anything in the wall. All right, now back here we have an invertebrate section as well as some smaller fish. We have a very beautiful 20-gallon display water box. It's a full mixed reef. It's doing very well for us. We do weekly water changes on that, so it keeps it kind of refreshed. Right here we have a 140-gallon Sps Tank. So we're going all acros in here, all through the rocks. We're running Radion Gem 5s. XR15s over there, we have 6 on top, as well as MP40 power heads, we have 4. Now everybody knows this for our corals, but we also carry a full line of invertebrates and fish. If you look along here, we have a great selection of invertebrates, and right around the corner is where we have our fish. So follow me around, and I'll show you what we have for fish. Here we go. We have a bunch of different tangs, wrasses, blennies, clownfish. So we want to keep the same quality of standards we do with our corals that we do with our fish. We get hobbies of every level here in Winter Park, so we would like to have a good selection from beginner corals to harder to keep corals. What's been very popular in this area is our zoanthids. So we have a great selection of zoanthids to choose from. The rosses have been one of our biggest sellers up here. They're pretty hardy and they have some great coloration, so people see them in our show tanks and they just want to grab them up. Over here we have a collection of some Cyphastrias, which are encrusting corals. People love them because they're pretty easy to care for. They can grow well under moderate light as well as moderate flow. We have some mushrooms, which is very popular in the hobby right now. The mushrooms have exploded the last 5 years. We have different varieties here, different colorations to choose from. Smaller to larger pieces. Those will keep nano tanks. We have a great selection of corals for nano tanks, as well as a bunch of colonies. And here we have a bunch of different colonies. One of my favorite is this bubble coral. We call it the splatter bubble. It's got different splatter throughout, as well as a more traditional bubble coral right next to them. Then we have elegance corals. We have a hammer coral in here as well. A bunch of different plate corals. Signorina, scalemias, lobophilia, as well as some yuma mushrooms. And this is one of my favorites up here. This is actually pink recordia. Pretty sick. As well as the chalice in front of it. Two of my favorite pieces in the store by far. Then we got some colonies of zoanthids and the frags of the zoanthids right next to them, as well as some clove polyps. Those cloves have been hot sellers up here too as well, the multicolored ones. They're very easy to care for. And they grow. They grow, they grow, they grow. This is one of our oldest tanks that we actually brought with us along from the old store. It's actually one of the owners, Vic Fornari. This is his actual tank that used to be in his house. He had I think it's about 8 years old, so it went from the house to our old farm, from our old farm now to our Winter Park store. So when we moved it took a little hit, but you see now it's just jamming. I mean, you got bounce mushrooms and acryl in the back. You got some torches on the box, growing. Clove polyps that we were talking about earlier. Up top we have a nice frag rack of some acros we're adding to the tank. So we're still adding. Some cool leathers. Kind of limited on fish in there, but I mean, it's doing so well, so we figured just leave it. Well, that's our Winter Park store in a nutshell. We're known for our superstore, but we invite you to come on down and see our Winter Park store. We're open every day from 11 to 7. Be sure to bring your questions. We'll be happy to talk to you. The staff is very knowledgeable. Tommy, the manager, and the fellows will be happy to answer any questions you may have. So come on down and see what we offer here in Winter Park, Florida. Thank you, Reef Builders, for stopping by. You guys have a great day.